Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a review for the Avene Cleanance range, which is a range that is geared towards people with oily skin, with acne prone skin. And since I have oily acne prone skin as well, I've actually tried these products a few years back. I've also reviewed them on my blog, and recently they've launched a new product called the Cleanance Expert. So I thought I'll do a full review of the entire range just so that people who are new to my channel, people who have not read my blog previously, can also get an idea about these products and what I think about them. So there are 5 products in the Cleanance range, and in this video I'll be talking about 4 of these. The first product is the Avene Cleanance Cleansing Gel. This is basically a very gentle gel-based face wash for acne prone skin. I used to have really breakout prone skin earlier, so I have tried quite a few face washes in the market that are meant for acne prone skin, and I have to say this one is the most gentle, the most soothing and the most calming of them all. It does help reduce breakouts, but it doesn't dry out your skin. It doesn't cause your skin to peel or to flake off, and in that sense this is definitely the best face wash I can say for acne prone skin in the market. This is a soapless face wash, so it doesn't contain any detergent like foaming agent, so it's not something that's going to lather up a lot, but that's a good thing because it's not going to dry out your skin. At its base, this contains the Avene thermal spring water, which is this special mineral enriched water that is found in the thermal springs in France. And I got to know that Avene is actually the only company that owns its own thermal springs. All the other companies, all the other French pharmacy brands actually buy this water from other companies. So Avene is the only brand that actually has their own thermal springs, and all their products have this thermal spring water as the base instead of regular water. So that actually has an extra soothing effect, extra calming effect on the skin. And this is something you can use on the body as well if you have body acne. Like a lot of people tend to get breakouts on their back, so you can use this as a body wash as well. Next product is the Cleanance Expert, and this is a new launch. This is something that has just been introduced into the market. This is basically an emulsion, so you can actually think of this like a treatment moisturizer. It comes in a tube packaging like this. There's a fine nozzle here to dispense the product, and this has a very typical consistency associated with emulsions. Now this is not like a regular moisturizer because it actually contains a lot of ingredients that help in exfoliating the skin, that is help in getting rid of dead skin cells. So they basically accelerate the cell turnover in your skin. They also help in calming the skin, in getting rid of blemishes, in helping shrinking existing blemishes. So overall this is like an all-round treatment for people with blemish prone skin. Now this was new to me. All the other products that I'm talking about today are products that I've already used in the past, so I had a pretty good idea of how they work for me, but this was new, so I was really curious, especially because this has a bit of a chemical exfoliation on the skin, and that is always something very interesting to try, because chemical exfoliation basically helps get rid of the dead skin cells a lot faster than your natural cell turnover cycle. And generally people who've got oily skin tend to have a longer cell turnover cycle, that is the dead skin tends to stick around on the face a lot longer as compared to people with normal or dry skin. Now with these I first actually experienced a slightly adverse reaction. Not exactly an adverse reaction, but what I experienced after the first few applications was some small breakouts on my nose and a bit on my jawline as well, and that can happen when you're trying something that has an exfoliating action. Now before you see any kind of pimple on your skin, it actually starts under the surface as a blocked pore, and once it comes to the surface it becomes a white head, a black head, or just a pimple. This basically contains ingredients that actually push the dirt out of the pores. It actually force all the blocked pores to come to the surface to become a pimple and then to just shed off, and the skin becomes clean afterwards. So with the first I think 10 days of using this, I experienced like a few breakouts on my nose, on my jawline, but once that cleared up, my skin actually feels quite nice, quite clear in certain regions where I tend to get really blocked pores, really blotchy looking skin. So I think people who've got seriously oily skin, or people who tend to get blocked pores, blackheads or whiteheads often, would really see the benefit in using something like this. In terms of texture, it's quite lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin because it's formulated for oily and acne prone skin. It is really lightweight. You won't really feel any kind of greasiness or heaviness when you use this. The next product I'm talking about is an old favorite of mine, and it is the Cleanance MASK. This is basically an exfoliating mask, so it has a dual action. Firstly, it contains alpha hydroxy acids like glycolic acid and beta hydroxy acids like salicylic acid, which give a chemical exfoliation. So what these acids do is they basically force the dead skin cells that are still attached to the skin to shed off, so automatically your skin gets a lot clearer. And the second aspect of this mask is that it also contains some very fine exfoliating particles, so that actually give you a physical exfoliation as well. And you can use this in a very thin layer on your skin. It's a clay-based mask, but it just really draws out all the impurities. And even if you've got this on just for 5 minutes, your skin feels really clean, really clear after you use this. I actually like using this in the evenings a lot, even if I'm not breaking out, because this actually just clears your skin so well that whatever serum, night cream, whatever treatment you use after this just absorbs into the skin much better. So even though this is meant for people with oily, acne prone skin, this is something that I would recommend for everybody as a cleansing, clearing treatment that you can use at least once a week, just to make sure that your skin is really cleansed and there are no clogged pores or anything. So that was the Cleanance Mask Scrub. Next we have the Cleanance MAT mattifying emulsion. This is basically a moisturizer with a mattifying finish. This is specially meant for people with oily, breakout prone skin, and I would not recommend it to anybody who doesn't have oily skin, because this is a mattifying moisturizer. So it seems like a thick gel when you first dispense it out of the tube, but once you apply it on the skin, once you just massage it gently, you'll see that it settles to a slightly matte finish. I do remember using this quite a bit in the summer and in the monsoons when my skin was just so extremely oily that whatever I used just made my skin really oily after a few hours. But this actually works really well. It does keep the skin shine free for quite a long time. So if you have really oily skin and if you get a few breakouts here and there, I would definitely recommend the Cleanance MAT mattifying emulsion. So these were the 4 products from the Cleanance range. Apart from this, there's another product in the range called the Triacneal, which is like a really heavy duty treatment that is meant to be used only in the night time, and that is only recommended for people who've got a really severe acne, acne spots, acne scarring. And since I don't really have very severe acne, that is not something that was recommended for me. So I've never tried it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. So in case you're suffering from really severe acne, that is something I would recommend for you. It is all dermatologist approved. All of this is allergy tested. It is meant for sensitive skin. So Avene is a brand that I would really blindly trust when it comes to my skin. And the last product I want to talk about is their thermal spring water. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this. It's basically a soothing face mist, and this water is sourced from thermal springs in France. Basically, subsurface water that is below the surface of the earth is bubbled up to the surface in the form of these thermal springs, and it contains a combination of chemical as well as biological components that make it so soothing, so anti-inflammatory for the skin. The chemical component involves certain minerals that are really soothing for the skin, like zinc, selenium, and then the biological component basically is certain microbes that are known to be really beneficial, really soothing, really calming for the skin. So it's this combination of the chemical as well as the biological component that makes this thermal spring water so special and so effective, that helps in calming and soothing the skin. So that is my review of the Cleanance range by Avene. I hope you found this helpful. If you tried any of these products, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye.